Okay, so here is the brand new Tac Squad. It just arrived here at the store. I can say right away, I do not like this box. The classic Tac Squad box is so much nicer looking. But it's what's inside that really matters. It is nice on the back they have all these different squads. So you just don't have just one squad represented or different chapters. But you get 10 different chapters, or, well, I guess Ultramarines and Ultramarines, probably Salamanders, Imperial Fists, Crimson Fist, White Scar, and of course, Raven Guard. Probably Raven Guard as well. So, kind of neat, but it's what's inside that really matters. So, one second. Okay. So, instructions, of course. Lots of pages of the instructions. Much more complex than previous instructions. And the pictures are all CGI, I guess. As opposed to hand-drawn or even photographed. I mean, a lot of pages of these instructions. Just showing all sorts of neat stuff. And then all the parts are numbered, and each of these Space Marines has a complete list of which parts were used for these different versions. 10 standard bases, nothing unique there. 2 things of water slide transfers. And then we have 1, 2, 3 sprues. Now, again, let's take a moment to compare it to the previous box. This is the last one I have of the previous box. Of course, 2 things of transfers, so on. 4 sprues in the old one. And of course, this much simplified instruction sheet, just basically a single page, double-sided, and divided into quarters, or halves on each side. So you get a much more detailed instruction sheet with the new one. And then, of course, here is the, sorry, let me put this aside. Here is the classic Space Marine sprue of 5 backpacks, 5 front and back torsos, some bits, some helmets, shoulder pads, lots of space on this sprue. So you had room to add lots of stuff, but you got 2 of that sprue, and then 2 each of this sprue, which has 5 legs. The legs are basically different. Somewhat different, so you got 2 of each. And these bolters, of course, you have to cut off. That's right. Bolters, you have to cut off the handles and then glue them on to one of these hands, and it's always a pain in the butt to do that. And then, of course, you got this extra sprue, a couple extra heads, basically stuff to make a sergeant. 1 extra little different torso, the rocket launcher, flamer, melta, and plasma over there, plasma. On the new one, you get 3 sprues, no 2 alike. This one, of course, is backpacks and back torsos and front torsos and everything, and much crammed together, so they actually got to put a lot of stuff on the sprue, so you're getting a lot more stuff. And it's only a slight price increase over the classic one, but you get so much more stuff. And of course, the bolters all have a hand on them, so you just attach them to one of these arms. and you get some combi weapons. You get one thing of this, and then you get 4 or 5 options to add to it. So you have Flamer, Melta, Plasma, and the new Grav weapon, of course. And then, of course, you have the new Grav weapon right here. Plasma, Melta, Flamer, bolters. You get lots of neat little hands. There's a hand clutching a knife here somewhere that's really neat. And then over here, you get your legs. Basic shoulder pads, 10 legs. And now you get the little backpack launcher thing, which is so nice, because previously this only came with Devastator squads. So everyone was scrambling to get extras of those, so their attack squads would have the neat thing. This one is a single piece, though, whereas previously... previously it was a 3-piece thing in the Devastator squad. You get the banner, you get lots of little extra fiddly bits. Let's see. That, I believe, is the Mark 5, or Mark 8. I think that's the Mark 8 leg right there. But each of these legs is unique. That's really actually quite nice. Again, lots of little hand options. There's that, a hand holding a knife, a pointy hand, a hand holding a magazine. So you can basically model a guy as though he were slamming a fresh mag into his gun. Get this thing to focus. Head with a respirator. Oh, sorry, that's a sorry, silly me. That's another hand holding, I guess, a grenade. Overall, these look really nice. They really do. Not a huge difference over the Classic in terms of the individual things. The backpacks are more or less the same. There's a few variants. This little thing with the round bit on it is neat. Oh, sorry. That's actually the same one they've had before. That looks different, I'm not sure. Little skull, that has a little reliquary in it. Now, you get lots of heads, I mean lots. Here are the bear heads you get. One guy with a mohawk, of course. There we go. Mohawk, bald, respirator. And then all the Mark 7 helmets. And then you get 3 beakies now. 3. Previously you only got 1 per box. And then you have the option of a chainsword or a chainsword or power sword. And then lots of little bits, grenades, and purity seals, enough to make your guys very pure. Front torsos, you get the, let's see, you get a command type torso for your sergeant. And that one looks like a Mark 7. Achillas. Those look like the Mark 6, I think. The Corvus armor is what I'm trying to remember. Again, you get 3 of those. You can basically do 3 guys in the beaky armor. Let's see. Lots of neat stuff. Lots of arm choices. Power fist. Good pointy arm there. You can probably make some use out of those extra combi weapons just by putting them onto some regular bolters. I don't know why they didn't just go ahead and give you a full-blown combi weapon for each of those things. I mean, you can still only use 1 per squad, so... of course, is the grav weapon. Haven't had time to look at the new codex yet, so I'm not sure of the stats on the grav weapon. Of course, back to the leg sprue. Shoulder pads. Each set of legs is at least a little bit unique, if not full-blown different. You get a banner toppers, pouches. That one thing I think is a melt-a-bomb. You get a shoulder pad with a little banner thing, and one with, what, a sun symbol? Not sure what that's supposed to be for. Of course, you only get one spiky shoulder pad, and you would need 3 if you want to do all 3 of those guys. And you have the shoulder pad has a little bullet hanging from it.
So how much of this? Someone's gonna live, maybe. It's okay. I'm
Anyway, that is the new tactical squad. It is $40. Full MSRP retail price is $40, which is only, like less than $3 more expensive than the previous one, and still has 10 men, thank God. Because if they made it a 5-man squad, we'd have a revolt here. Thank you for watching my video. Leave some comments, please. This is my first video. Thank you.